Hello, welcome to OnceHub Tutorials. My name is Vivek and today I'll show you how to use OnceHub's Get Booking step with Keragon. This would allow you to send your custom booking form data as well as booking information to your specialized healthcare application. To get started with setting this up, we can first take a look at the details that I'm trying to send. For this, I will go to the schedule meeting section of my account and we can take a look at a previous test meeting that I had scheduled. From this meeting, I want to send the meeting date and time, the location for the meeting, and the answers for the two custom booking form fields that I had created. One for the home address and the other is the question, are you covered under any health plan? We can now take a look at the Google Sheet that I've set up, which will act as our healthcare application. The idea is whenever a new row is created on this Google Sheet, the workflow from Keragon would retrieve data from OnceHub and update the relevant columns within the same row. We can take a look at Keragon now to see how the workflow would be set up. I have already added a few steps to the workflow, and we only need to add these steps for OnceHub. So let's begin by doing that by clicking on the plus button for where we would want to add the OnceHub step. Once we click on the plus button, we can search for OnceHub in the Add New Step search bar, and then we can select the Get Bookings step. Since I've already connected my OnceHub account with Keragon, I can select the same account. If you have not yet connected your OnceHub account with Keragon, you can refer to our separate video on how to do this. For this step, for now, I'm not entering any details. Instead, I'm going to save the step and then test it so that I can show you the details that would appear. So as we can see, there is nothing being given in the input. However, the data from all of my bookings was correctly retrieved by Keragon. So the data that you see on my screen is for all of the bookings that I have on my OnceHub account. Since we want to refine this data a bit, we will be adding another step to the workflow. The step that we would be adding is the Get Contacts step. So for this, I can click on the plus button before the Get Booking step and then search for OnceHub again, and then click on the Get Contacts step. I can connect to my OnceHub account, and the email that I want to select here is William's email, which I will get from the first step. We can now save this step and test it to see what data we are receiving from OnceHub. So in the inputs, we can see William's email, and for the output, we can see the contact details for William. The piece of information we want is the contact ID, which will help us refine the information in the Get Bookings step. So let's head to the Get Booking step. And from the contact field, I will select the second step and add the contact ID. We can now save the step and test the step again to see the data that would be returned. So within the outputs now, you can see it is only Williams data that is given. However, all of Williams data has been pulled in. From here, the data that we want to send to the Google Sheet is the custom fields that we had created for the booking form, namely the home address and the health plan question. We also want to send the meeting date and time as well as the location. So let's set this up within our workflow. For this, I will continue with the next steps for finding the spreadsheet. and this will find the particular row in that spreadsheet. So we'll go ahead and save that and test the step. So I'm getting the correct row. We can now proceed to the last step, which is updating the spreadsheet with the data from OnceHub. As we can see, the headers from the Google Sheet has been correctly populated in this particular step. So we can see the name, email, home address, covered by health plan, meeting date and time, and location fields that I had shown on my Google Sheet earlier. So let's start by mapping each of these fields. So for the home address, I will get the data from the get booking step. And usually the data for the custom booking form fields is towards the bottom of the data set. So here we can see the custom fields that I had created. I want to select the value for the custom field that I had created. Similarly, I will select the data from the get booking step for the health plan question. For the meeting date and time, we will also be getting this data from the get bookings step. So what I want to send is the starting date and time for the meeting. And lastly, we want to send the location, which we will also get from the get booking step. And we can send the location description, which has the location. Let's go ahead and save this now and test this step to see if the information is being sent correctly to the Google Sheet or not. So it looks like some of the information was sent correctly. So let's take a look at the Google Sheet. So here you can see that all of the information has been populated correctly. I hope this video was helpful in understanding how you can use the get booking step with Keragon. In case you have any queries, you can always reach out to us at support@oncehub.com. I hope you have a good day and take care.